Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's Bucks. Leave the video a like, leave a comment down below. I'm excited. Today we are reacting to Hogwarts Legacy, which is it's just around the corner, man. It's literally coming out in February. And we've got a massive gameplay showcase that came out a couple of days ago. I'm going to react to it right now. I actually have not seen it. I'm pumped. Let's get into this. But before we continue, do me one favor. Leave a comment down below which house you are in, so I know who are my friends and who are my enemies. Alright, give it to us. So they're going to take us through character creator, tour of Hogwarts, and combat.
Our goal with this is to make sure that for anyone that fantasized about bringing themselves to the school for the very first time, that they feel like they have the options in order to represent who they are and essentially bring themselves to Hogwarts or whatever character they want.
This is sick. Bring yourself to Hogwarts. This is sick. I'd rather do this than play as one of the characters personally, so this is insane. This is sick. I'm going to be called Fergus Longbottom.
All right, so what are we looking at with this option over here?
I wonder how in-depth you can get.
Yeah, so a lot of the different faces that you saw in the previous screen, all those faces are choices that you have here. So you can, now you're just kind of getting into the details in your face shape, in your skin color. And then because we knew a lot of people going right in are going to want it right away, even though it's an option later in the game, you can collect different types of glasses, put them on later. We give you some options right up front.
The glasses look sick as well. Look at that.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, so through the course of the game, there's a lot of different.
I think I might actually rock glasses.
Okay. So as part of kind of like gear for the character, there's lots of different classes. There's even masks. There's all kinds of things.
It's very detailed.
Yo, looks like Hermione a little bit.
It's very detailed. This is what I like to see.
We can just go. Can I go like top purple or green?
Okay, so far I really like this. I like the whole fact that you literally bring yourself into the entire Wizarding world. I think that's awesome. I'm excited. This is the first thing you see in the game. You create your character, and then just a minute, we start the journey.
Good? I'm good. And the first thing I know is the music. The score is amazing with this.
Gorgeous.
Ah!
And I'm calling out here, this is unique music that you're hearing for the Hufflepuff Common Room. Go back to those Common Room videos we released. You'll notice the music's a little bit different, and that is entirely intentional.
Do you see what I'm seeing? Do you see what I'm seeing? This looks actually incredible.
We just want to welcome you to your common room in every single.
I'm sorry, I will literally just leave. I will leave this game on and just play the sound out. The score. I'll just leave it playing.
Look at that.
Wow.
So I mean, beautiful design. We could spend like the entire rest of the stream just in the common room here and talking about it, and I'm sure Boston and James could be like just geeking out over it.
All the details come from J.K. Rowling's writings for this common room. The round door.
Shut up, please.
Doors, the hanging vines, even the dancing badgers on the fireplace.
The uniforms as well.
Very, very earthy.
Which is like elements for each of the houses, right?
Hufflepuff is earth, Ravenclaw's air, Gryffindor is fire, and Slytherin is water.
Gryffindor!
Really leaned into that for each common room.
Wow.
So it feels earthy. We've got a little earthen passageway. That's what we were. Hopefully, it should feel very familiar.
Yeah,
Wow.
It does.
But I know you don't want to leave, but we're gonna be leaving.
Thank you.
I kind of want to see the other common rooms, but I also don't want to see too much.
Sound effects though.
You know?
Like
too
looking
soon.
back at the past trailers, it was just music, but
Oh my
kind
God.
of hearing how Hogwarts is now. It's so cool.
Very tactile.
Yeah.
Andrew's going to make use of one of our spells, Revelio.
Use Revelio right here.
Revelio?
There's a little magic going on.
You notice a little something there.
Field guide page. Collectible?
So these are something that we kind of interchangeably call Revelio pages or lore pages, and you'll notice a bunch of things pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
You see that we got some XP for it, and you can also see that we've advanced something
leveling
called
system.
like a field guide challenge up in the corner. So I want to talk about that a little bit. So we had to ask ourselves, what?
Continue. I'm sorry.
There may be something you may or may not be able to tickle there. But in our game, we had to answer the question, you know, we're a late fifth year. What does that mean? How do we catch up to the other students?
Okay.
And so we have an answer to that question, and it's given to you by the staff. So there's something that we call the Wizard's Field Guide that's granted to you early on in the game. And the Wizard's Field Guide is how you actually work on catching up with the other students. So Andrew, if you hit pause for me up here, before we push
That's
forward a little
interesting.
bit. You can see in our pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
That's your Wizard's Field Guide, and you can see your house kind of crest
in the middle,
overlaid
yeah.
over it.
Okay,
Right? And you
okay.
can see that on your level as well.
Well, we've got inventory, gear. We've got our house crest and our level. I wonder what the maximum level is. Map, quests, outpost, challenges, collections, talents. Okay, I fuck with that.
It's kind of crest
in the middle,
overlaid
yeah.
over it.
Okay,
Right? And you
okay.
can see that on your level as well. So that the field guide has this magical property of looking out into the world around you. And the reason why it's on loan from the Ministry of Magic and the professors
So
have
cool.
granted it to you as a late 5th year student is because they want it to help you catch up to the other kids. And its magical property is to discover different opportunities to learn and grow all around you. So the way it works is as you discover gameplay in the game, it actually recognizes that as a challenge, which is kind of
On the bottom.
locked into there.
Okay.
And Andrew, if you go in there, you'll see different types of challenges that are combat challenges, quest challenges,
Wow.
exploration challenges. And you can see field guide pages are on there as well.
Yeah.
So
1%. We unlocked that one field guide page.
that entire category is one of the ways that the book itself kind of fills out into the school and spills out into the school and kind of hides itself with different types of challenges and different things to do around the school that you're actually going
so
to
cool.
interact with to help you grow as a wizard and practice your spells.
Oh man.
Fast travel points
Bro!
there. House hourglasses. We had to. How much
Oh my
fun
God,
was it
the Great
designing
Hall to the
those
right,
and
the
putting
Great
all those
Hall!
in there?
Gorgeous, but
But
that they're there just like in the books.
Yes.
Right
It's
next
a
to
nod
the
to
Great
lore.
Hall.
it's a nod to
This is
lore.
insane.
House points is not.
Also, I just want to say it's cool how much thought they've been putting into, like, even just hearing them talk about the field guide and the amount of things that I think are going to be in this game is going to be sick. It's so sick to hear.
Over to the right
Part of the
there,
Wizard
Andrew
world.
was teasing. That's the Great
Great
Hall
Hall?
over
Yeah.
through those doors. Again, we're not
knew it.
going
I
there.
knew it. I
He's just
told
kind of
you.
like, no.
Wait, I want to go in the
Cool.
Great Hall.
Here's another collectible page.
Spell?
Just again showing you like just these things around
Nice,
Hogwarts
Akio.
that you can do and pick up and.
That's a shot straight from the trailer too. Just that part right there. I recognize
We
that.
might be giving you a little fan service here with callbacks to those. So
And this must be summertime because I noticed these are the summertime windows. These windows will change with the seasons.
Yeah, the detail they put into this is kind
There's
of.
even
I get
seasons?
surprised by it all the time.
That's a
even know that was a
sentient
thing.
magic castle. So.
This is literally my dream. This is this is my childhood dream and my current dream.
Look at
Oh,
that.
you beautiful.
This is where the students
oh
would
my
normally
God.
kind of congregate, just to kind of chill out, play, meet each other outside the Great Hall before and after meals.
Sorry, I'm either just going to be screaming or speechless this whole video.
And
But, like-
I love the way that when the castle interconnects to that it interconnects outside, inside. There
Jesus
are castles
Christ.
on both sides of things, so you really get a sense of scope to how big this castle is.
And when you see things like you'll notice a bridge over there, that's a place you can go to and cross. Like
Yeah.
everything
It's beautiful.
everything that you see is a place that you can
It's
visit.
literally
Wow.
beautiful.
We tried so. We
There's
put a lot
people
of
on
effort to make it
broomsticks?
feel really alive. Not just with student population, but even just the greenery and stuff. It's Scotland.
Yeah.
And this castle's been here for hundreds of years, so it just kind of the moss and all the.
I swear to God, I will literally probably spend the first however long on this game just exploring, just walking around, just like, yo, we are in Hogwarts. Like, this is Hogwarts.
trees that have overgrown it and
Oh my gosh.
that landscape, that
This
Scottish.
location might look a little familiar to you.
Aye, aye, Scotland
thought I
lights.
Andrew is taking us right back to
I am
that.
going to tell Andrew not to interact with that puzzle and to keep moving on. We can't spoil everything. We can't give you everything, right?
Hogwarts
So-
contains a
You
lot of
can't
secrets.
spoil every. No, okay, don't.
Oh my god.
But this is this grand entryway right here coming down into a really kind of central area.
Yeah, we're coming upon the central hall, and we pointed out the greenhouse outside, and we'll notice when we get down there that it's on the right.
This is a big hub of the school. Like it's a big castle, but it is designed so you shouldn't get very lost. This is kind of a grand central station.
I love
that
that. I love
each
that.
direction, it's green over there, so the greenhouse is over there.
Wow.
Transfiguration courtyard, the library straight ahead. So it's kind of the hub
Oh my
of
god.
a lot of the castle.
Even the color visually, you can just tell.
It's
okay,
literally
green,
beautiful.
Oh, green, go that
greenhouse.
way.
Oh my god.
A lot of it'll be subconscious, but
Yeah.
it'll help you really learn the castle and feel like you know your way around.
That's not to say that it's easy to learn. All of us here still get pretty lost in it on a daily basis. It's a castle.
So I think if you pre-order the deluxe version of this game, you can play it February the 7th. If not, it's February the 10th. Mark my words. I'm going to be no-lifing this. I'm going to be streaming this 24/7. I'm going to be uploading videos on this 24/7 along with everything else. Man, I'm excited. I'm too excited.
He's got this grin on his face over there that's just like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
This is where Alistair Moody turns Draco Malfoy into a weasel!
Location where the students will gather, you know, and just kind of chill out.
And an opportunity to talk to somebody, get a quest giver here.
Okay, let's have a look at what the interactions are like.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way.
Hi, Nellie.
I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is
honestly
that
pretty
a
good.
former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find
not an easy task. Oh my god, nice. This is literally like this is RPG to the max.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them.
Interesting.
So those kind of side quests are really, it's a cool way to
That's just
interact
a side quest.
with your fellow students, with perhaps other teachers. I know here too, we're like,
we're in the Defense Against the Dark Arts room right here.
I was like,
I know
we're
this.
in the Defense Against the Dark Arts class. I recognize that staircase to the left where we were just at. Andrew was walking by. I also recognize the dragon at the very top.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Being in a classroom, I think this is a good opportunity to talk about how classes work.
How do classes work? Tell us.
That. Is it a schedule-based system? Is it so tell us how classes work?
Yeah, so ultimately decided not to go the sim route. So I think like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and you know, that kind of thing. Like, can I miss class at this time of day?
There is a day-night cycle.
Yes, there is a day-night cycle, but everything is very narrative-based, and so there's a big mystery going on in the world. There's something happening in the narrative, and we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose between.
They're not giving it away. They're not giving anything away.
And classes fit within that structure. So there are mainline things that the players have to do, and then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells. It's absolutely true that classes provide all of your major tools throughout the gameplay, your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors. Each one of them has these bespoke kind of events and moments in those missions. And then there are also additional opportunities outside of that through kind of like side classroom missions, essentially, where you can learn additional spells or things that you need in your adventure and also get to know the professors better.
This is sick.
And I just want to call out something that Andrew's been kind of showing off, ways to kind of interact with the environment and just engage with the world. And
so there's a main narrative, right? And then I guess you can progress into different classes. Like, I don't know exactly, I don't think they're giving it away, but let's just say, for example, you want to become an aura, and that's going to have a role in said narrative, I believe. That's what I'm assuming. All right, now we're going to look at some combat gameplay, which I'm super interested in.
This is a really good opportunity to now jump into combat, because really in the game, this is going to be the first time where you yourself get to learn about combat and combos in a big way and in a new way. For me personally, this was where the game like really starts to open up to the possibilities.
Yeah. So we've set up a training dummy, and this is kind of an activity where you're supposed to execute according to kind of the iconography on the top. Now, what we see on the top is the Accio spell, followed by 4 what we just kind of lovingly refer to as basic shots. There's certain spells what the wizards kind of like use, just kind of fling. Andrew's using one now. And you trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller. So you can see in the corner R2. So if you tap R2, that throws out a basic shot. But that R2 is also your gateway to all of the spells that you might slot. So if you hold R2 instead, you can see how the diamond expands. And if we let go, you see how it contracts. Yeah. And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your face buttons.
Awesome.
And not only that, but over the course of the game, you can gain additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones, so that you can slot up to 16 spells, pretty much instantly. And then that helped us fulfill the fantasy of in combat, I need to be able to access things very rapidly.
Yeah.
And so you learn over the course of these events, how to juggle not just the spell casting, but also it reinforces an understanding of another feature of the wheel, which is their cooldowns. So as you're casting
That's so
spells,
sick!
just to make sure that you're not just kind of like repeatedly using one thing over and over and over again, you can see cooldowns on the spells that he's using on the wheel. And then as you progress through the game, there are different things that can affect things like cooldowns through your talents, different things that allow you to kind of like juggle and adjust.
I love it already.
And update those things.
I want to play it now.
And so if you hold down R2 and you tap the D-pad, it will switch between your
Leviosa.
other diamonds if you've unlocked them.
Stupefy.
And that's how you access
Your
them.
mother.
Oh man. Tap, Accio, tap, tap, tap.
Oh my god.
Well done,
Andrew.
And that's
What
just
the
against
hell?
The dummy, but I mean,
I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Thanks, Lucan.
now we can take on something a little more challenging. It's going to shoot back.
All right, show us.
So you notice that there are different colored kind of shields around the different characters. And you also notice that your spells have different colors on them. So
There's numbers?
to help players understand kind of like the function of their spells, we're trying to put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are, I'm forgetting the other one, all this control spells. And so those things for the player, they wind up also being a color indicator for which actual spell to use to break the different shields that enemies can use. That way it rewards kind of like that close attention that you're paying.
Okay, I like
on
this.
things.
I like
this
this.
paused here now, and you can kind of see all the elements on the screen, the halo around the avatar's head, each of the different shields, to kind of give us a breakdown of what's
Give
going
us a
on.
breakdown of different things that you're saying. So you notice at the top that we're kind of like calling out which enemy you currently have targeted and their level and health. And so, as you target different characters, you'll be able to get that breakdown. The halo over your head, whenever an enemy is about to an attack, it's almost like you have a little bit of a sixth sense for those things that are coming. If you see the halo, it means there's an incoming attack, and if you tap the triangle button by default, then that you will be able to deflect that attack that comes in and
Parry!
protect.
And I love
Parry!
that deflect where it goes off and like hits things up and kind of breaks things off walls.
Sick.
But also,
Sweet.
if you hold the button, then it doesn't just deflect. It also deflects and turns around with a counter attack stupefy that actually stuns the enemy.
Oh my god.
And you can use that.
The
even
sound
in your
effects are
combos
actually
and
sick as
stuff.
well.
So if you're focused on a character, and you're doing your thing, and someone else attacks
Ah,
you,
what the hell was that?
Back into a direct attack on the person that you're comboing.
Back into
Yo.
gameplay here. Andrew's gonna
Messed them up, fam. Messed them up.
pretty
That's
handy to
it.
finish these
is actually
other students off here.
really, really cool.
Win this
Look how
duel.
fast it is. It's like a dance.
Yeah, we really felt like the.
Oh, I'm
really felt
addicted
like
already.
in
I'm
the
addicted
movies,
already.
it's almost like
That's
a-
it. I'm addicted.
But we didn't want to leave you without maybe a little taste of something that we may show in the future, may show
Show us.
next time.
Show us. Show us now.
So leaving the castle, going out here.
Yes, go on.
More owls confirmed.
Owl mail. There's the owlry again. Yes, all of the owls. But yeah, just heading out here again to show you like from Hogwarts to the world beyond Hogwarts.
This is where Hermione punches Draco Malfoy in the gob. Right there.
This is not
Hagrid's
somewhere
hut.
where we're going today.
Hagrid's
but,
hut?
We'll
Where's Hagrid's
definitely
hut?
be taking you in the future.
I can see it. I saw it.
A little glimpse at the scale of the castle back there. All right, so we're gonna wrap things up here, but
No, put it back.
I hope
Put
you
it
guys have
back.
enjoyed everything that you've seen, but I think James, you may have a few other questions.
So we're also just gonna have a quick look at the State of Play official gameplay. This did come out several months ago. However, I think it's got some key things that we can look at as well. There's a number of things that they left out of that gameplay. That's literally just them, I think, loading into the game for the first time, creating your character, doing a little bit of a tour of parts of the castle, and then obviously showing a little bit the very beginning of the combat system. However, I did quickly want to show in the State of Play gameplay reveal that came out several months ago that there is just so much, right? Like, literally.
Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay.
Like, look how free roam this actually looks, even outside of the castle.
Deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies. In Beasts class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
Okay, oh my god. Okay, we're leaving it there. We're gonna leave it there. Yeah. Drop the video a like if you're excited for this. I'm super excited. I just wanted to do something a bit different and react to this. And just as a heads up, I'm gonna be playing this. I'm gonna be streaming this. I am going to be doing every little thing in this game. I'm signing out here, guys. Hope you're as excited as I am. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, peace.